But what's going on? Because we were looking good,
Yep.
and something's not working. I mean, he's over his chafing issues. Okay, that's one action.
Yeah, and so
we need a second action.
mustn't have sold well.
Strawny, Fly, welcome to Inside Strawny.
Yeah. Oh, okay.
Yeah,
Good to be here.
Yeah, good to be here as well. What's happening? What's going on?
With you or us or?
No. Well, we'll get to Strawny in a sec. Usually I like to begin with Strawny.
Yeah.
But what's going on? Because we were looking good,
Yeah.
and something's not working.
Yeah. Yeah, it's fair to say we're saving ourselves for the finals for a few weeks, haven't we?
Yeah.
Small things, mate, isn't it? There's not much in it when you're talking small losses, if that's what you're referring to. Yeah, a little bit of personnel stuff hasn't helped at times, and look, opposition are coming for us. So we've learnt some good lessons the last bit.
Because you don't like using excuses at all. You're not an excuse
I
man.
just made a few.
Yeah, you made a few. Strawny likes, because Strawny has a different philosophy.
Okay.
Strawny doesn't mind the excuse.
Yeah, okay.
Excuses are opportunity.
Yeah, okay.
So, training load.
Yeah.
We did a training load.
Yeah, that was real.
That was real.
Yeah, but it's not an excuse.
How long does a training load?
Yeah, that's right. The whole year we've been training.
Yeah.
No, that was real. Like 6 days into a 5-day break, we had to get training load up. But yeah, I'd like to think it didn't make any
Okay.
no excuse. No.
Personnel, is there personnel missing?
Subtle, yeah, it's subtle, isn't it? You know, like clearly Howie's makes a difference.
Does Jeremy know that it's up to him to fix everything?
Yeah, that's the other part. We just don't want to make that a one-person thing. That's real. Again, no excuses. But it's everyone has it at this time of year, or parts of the year. So yeah, facts or excuses, you can live in the same space.
What about this one? Bloody umps.
Yeah.
Would you like to see throwing made legal at all grounds, or just keep it Adelaide Oval? Which one?
Well, when I grew up in Adelaide, like way back, when the Crows first came into the competition, there was a legitimate thing, the Crow throw. It's been around for years.
Yeah.
And we used to actually practice it because it's such quick hands. They're amazing hands. It actually looked like a throw. Well, I think they had a bit of a throwback the other night, didn't they?
Certainly did. Has your staunch belief in training on Thursdays coming back to bite you on the arse now?
Yeah. Well, yeah, I think not only the training Thursdays, but the Thursday night games. We've had a couple of those in recent time, and it has limited selection. Yeah, referring to yourself, obviously.
Well, okay. If you're going to open that can of worms, let's go there. What does Strawny have to do? Because I've waited a long time to debut. How long did you wait to debut when you got to Brisbane? How long? How many reserve games did you play?
I didn't play any. No.
So you don't understand the pain.
No.
You don't understand the pain. You played your first game.
Yes,
round one.
And
never went back.
No. But that's not everyone's story, Strawny, and everyone has their own story to tell. And Lockie Sullivan took 8 years to go through those drafts and disappointed you. How many did you miss?
I've got 10 years on that.
Right, 18 years.
Yeah. It's a long time.
Yeah. What were you, 12 or something?
No. Well, yeah. I might have to fudge the numbers there. Championship data will take care of that. But no, it's been too long. 112,000 members. What an amazing effort.
Yeah. We love our Magpie Army.
We love our Magpie Army.
It's just amazing how they keep turning up.
And that was a massive spike after the mid-season draft, I'm told.
Yeah, there was.
So there was an expectation.
Yeah.
People buying memberships, thinking Strawny's going to play. Everyone gets a membership and a big slice of strawn lover.
Yeah, well,
what happened?
There was an excitement. Well, what happened was that the Thursday nights didn't help you because you couldn't come Thursdays, and that's real.
Thursday nights.
Yeah, and then I think we're struggling to find a role for you at the moment. I know the sub has come up a couple of times in match committee because you can be played anyway. Yeah, I'll come on with bursts. Yeah. I don't know. It's a tough team to get in at times. We're on a roll for a long part of the year, and you're not the only player that's missed out.
Okay, I accept that. For the first half of the year, but the roll has certainly come to stop rolling. Don't use that as an excuse to open the window for strawn.
No, I don't make excuses. But you're right. That's your magnet's getting closer though.
Yeah. Okay.
It is, and I say that, and I've said that before.
Yeah.
Sort of comes in like two magnets go, like that.
Yeah.
You come in and whoa, there I'm out again. But this one's staying around a bit longer, so
okay.
Keep being you.
So you're not putting a line through Strawny for the rest of the year?
No, definitely not.
Okay,
no, definitely not. There's some.
Good.
Yep.
That's good. Okay, because everyone goes on about the Triple M's. The start of the year it was Myercheck and Membry and McStay, but the three Bs. You got Bo and Bobby and Bryan. Okay, the pace on the field. So you need that. You need to get some of that pace, and Bryan does that.
Yeah, Bryan does that, and Bo. You see what he does when he's back in the team.
It's good to have him back, isn't it?
Bobby's got some stuff going on, which then Bryan's name's getting closer, mate. That's what I'm saying to you. You're going to offer something, hopefully.
Yeah, hopefully.
In the next few weeks, good. Maybe. Who knows, huh?
And Jordan De Goey is building nicely.
Yeah.
He's over his chafing issues.
He is, yeah.
Yeah.
He's had those for a number of weeks.
I've had those chafing issues for years. It burns. It really burns. It really burns.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, that's... he's had a fair bit going on. I think building into the season was something that we were hoping to get to, and then he's had all these little setbacks along the way, including the chafing. And I think ideally we were hoping to get him, to where he is now, come finals time. But he's actually jumped a bit, hasn't he? Like I've been really pleased with his last couple of games in terms of playing a bit more mid-time than what we thought he would. So, as you know, come finals time, Geordie's historic nature, he's been an impact player and a difference maker. So we're confident and hoping that that's going to be the case this year.
Yeah, he doesn't seem to like to, acknowledge that it is chafing. There's been a lot of other excuses, Achilles I've heard, and business. Just own it. If you own it, I find you free yourself. And Strawny's been a big ambassador for chafing and getting the corn flour in there and the Vaseline and really going to work.
Yeah,
so,
I haven't used corn flour before, but
it works.
It works. Yeah, well,
have you ever chafed?
I have, and didn't miss too many games from it, but
it wasn't bad. It wasn't bad. Probably wasn't actually chafing. Sorry, men say they've got a flu. It's just a cold. That's probably your version of chafing.
Yeah.
Strawny was in the rooms after the Richmond game.
Yep.
And I spoke to some players, and I was asking about Josh Dacos's wedding and who had received invites.
Right.
Spoke to Nick. He was not sure whether he's going to be best man or not. There's some confusion out there.
Okay.
Is Josh Dacos's wedding becoming a distraction?
I haven't received an invite. I didn't even know, is there a date being set?
These are questions everyone's asking.
Yeah, that's true. I might have to ask the leadership group about that.
I spoke to IQ and he goes, well, I assume I'm going, but I can't be, he's not completely sure.
Yeah.
Invites, it's nearly September.
Yeah, well...
People got, holiday plans to make.
Yeah, I haven't given it much thought, but now thinking about it,
Well,
we might need to get on top of it, yeah.
Yeah.
It could be a distraction if that's the case.
Are you expecting to go?
I'll be careful. Hopefully I've done enough to get on the list. What do you think?
Got to be your +1.
Okay, if I get an invite, I'll reach out to you.
There we go.
Yeah, there you go.
And likewise, if Strawny gets invited but you miss out, you come with Strawny.
I love that. I love that.
I like it. You're very famous for your red wine replays.
Yeah. It was one of the better things I've done in my time. I didn't think... Well, I like to be cheeky. That's something that I do, and sometimes doesn't always hit, but I certainly like to be cheeky. That's my personality. And then after one of the early wins we had, I can't sleep anyway, but I like to go and bed myself in the game and get the commentary and then see the fans. One of the best ever red wine replays was the prelim final versus the Giants in 23.
Yeah.
One, the context of the win, and then the crowd behind when Will Hoskin kicks it back to Bobby Hill at the last moments and Geordie. The crowd was just insane. I didn't see that live. Well, the context of that, I'm in the moment of that. But when you go home and watch that with a red wine, wow, those memories become ingrained. And to appreciate the fans and see it in bed, I want to do that as a coach. So I said after a few games I'd go home and watch watch the replay and have a red wine. And I received a lot of red wine, Strawny.
You did?
I have, yeah.
Oh.
Yeah, all within soft cap.
Okay.
All within soft cap from fans.
Strawny enjoys his KFC replays. So
Do you?
Just make sure KFC is watching. Take care of the sponsors. But send over some zingers for Strawny.
Yeah, I haven't. Maybe we could have a red wine and a KFC replay. That'd be nice.
Well,
At the end of the year.
You should invite Strawny over for a red wine replay.
Yeah, that'd be fun.
Is it just one glass or is it?
It depends on how good the win is sometimes, yeah.
If it's a bad loss, do you ever does it become more of a lemon rusky replay?
I haven't watched a replay of a loss with a red wine. No. I tend to put the computer into those losses. Yeah.
What about this? Okay, you're having a red one replay. You got 2 bottles. Your Darcy Moore Pinot, which you released after the grand final.
Okay.
Or you've got Pendlebury Pinot. Which one are you going for? It's a tough question.
Yeah, Pendles is quite expensive, I hear.
Yeah, but they're yours. You don't have to pay for them. They're yours.
Ooh.
Which one?
I think I'll go the Pendles. It's a bit smoother.
Smoother.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah, I think.
Could be a big scoop here. That's good.
Well, has Darcy got a Pinot? Has he?
Yeah, he released one after the grand final, the premiership.
Mustn't have been.
You didn't even get one.
Mustn't have sold well. I haven't heard about it.
Sorry, a fly, buddy. Shade. It was limited. I think it was limited release.
Yeah. Really limited. It sounds like it. Yeah.
I'm more partial to a Will Hoskinelli Pinot Gris.
Yeah. There you go.
Yeah.
Yeah, I love that.
And he's retired, isn't he? He's been a good servant of the club.
What a great servant. Team
Swiss
player.
Army knife.
I did call him that once. Yeah, and
Strawny stealing your material.
Yeah, you did. Yeah.
Okay.
I didn't patent it. You're good. No, I feel like that he's a sort of player that represented us really, really well in terms of role compliance, flexibility, and then had a huge impact. And I think grand final from memory, that final series goes back. Hadn't played much back and just does a great job. Who we missed, and we want to celebrate him right to the end.
Yeah. What does role compliance mean? Because that's not really in football vocabulary. Tell me about that.
Do your job when it's required. Yeah.
Okay.
Execute, Strawny.
Execute. Well, Strawny executes.
Yeah, you do.
Yeah.
Yeah, you do.
No.
Where do we play you? Where do you want to play?
Like a Geordie style power mid can go forward. Yeah. Don't want to go back.
Okay.
So just won't train Thursdays. Won't go back.
Okay.
No sub either.
Ooh, okay.
So you mentioned sub, unless you're talking Subway, and I've got a foot long, although I prefer KFC because they're the sponsors. Not interested.
Well, it's interesting because I do have a philosophy not to debut players and sub.
Yeah, good.
Thankfully, I'm hearing that the sub might be by the end of the year.
Get rid of it.
Yeah, so that takes that out. I just find that the sub can be tactical.
Yeah.
And it can be impact. So I think you offer both. That's why I don't want to. I have a growth mindset, never fixed.
Okay.
He sounds very fixed on Thursdays and sub.
Very fixed, yeah.
Yeah, those magnets, remember? Oh,
yeah. Okay, yeah.
I'm a bit growth mindset. Hey, have you thought of this? Clearly.
How about this? I'll be okay with this if you play Strawny as a power move first 10 minutes, then take him off. Get the best out of him.
Reverse sub.
I'll gas myself. Out. Reverse sub.
I love it.
Yeah?
Yeah.
It's not a bad move. That'll shock.
I've never seen it done.
That'll shock. Because a lot of people have asked me why I didn't play the 23 grand premiership. Because all the word was that Strawny was going to play. And I'm not sure if you remember this. So Strawny came to you and said, Fly, how about, everyone's expecting Strawny to play. And how about you don't name him? Because that will throw Brisbane off.
Yeah, that's right.
And I think it confused Fagan a bit because you were like, is he foxing here?
Yeah.
Surely Strawny plays. Do you remember that? That was a
I remember the conversation.
Strategic meeting we had.
Yeah.
And it worked beautifully, didn't it?
Yeah, no, you're all over it. Like, that's the tactical part. I think your brain, it's just wired a bit different, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's why they shouldn't just give Norm Smiths as people who played on the day.
Yeah.
You could argue that I had a bigger impact.
Yeah.
So
yeah.
Just putting out that there. You say you're a bit cheeky. And a few weeks ago, you mentioned, you wouldn't mind a second date with Jack Silvani, but I will say this to you: why would you go on a second date with Jack Silvani where you can go all the way with Strawny?
Oh, look, I just.
Because I've been flirting for a few years.
You have. No, I'm going to be the coach that I want to be, and cheeky is one of those things, and I've got to find the balance of that. But also honest. I got asked a direct question. I'm not going to lie. I think for other coaches in similar position, I'm not sure if they're prepared to lie, but I'm just not going to lie around those things. And also, I want to openly say that we want to bring people that we think can make us better into our environment. I think that's real. I think that as a fan, a supporter, as a player, you want to hear that we're going to continue to get better.
Yeah.
Hang on. What about the reverse of that? Let's just stay still and don't grow.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The argument against that is like you're saying we want to get better, but there's this little elephant in the room.
Yeah. Yeah, and hence
because Tim Membry, these players come from other clubs.
Yeah.
With an expectation. Your Memory, Dan Houston, Lockie Schultz.
Perriman.
Will I get to play with Strawny?
Yep.
And there's a disappointment there.
Well, hopefully you think that actions speak louder than words. We go to the mid-season draft, we pick you up, mate.
Yeah, that's okay. That's one action.
Yeah, and so
we need a second action.
Yeah, well, there's
We need a reaction.
Yeah. And hence your magnet. You know, it's not going like that anymore. We were coming closer.
Stop putting them together. Just put on the whiteboard.
Well, I've got to tell you that the Thursdays it's been a rock in my shoe, mate. I've been struggling to get it out. Yeah, when you.
So if I was to rock up on a Thursday, just the once, that might be enough.
It may be enough. Maybe enough.
Maybe. Okay.
I want to give you hope, mate.
I want to give you hope. So there's a lot of talk about, there's been a lot of talk, can Ned Long and Tom Mitchell play in the same team? Do you have the same philosophy with Strawny and Nick?
No.
You don't?
No, I think you complement each other really well.
Yeah.
He gets
I've spoken to him about it.
He gets the ball and you get out of the way to let him get the ball.
Yes.
I can see that.
Yes.
Yep.
Yeah. Okay. So I just want to put that out there because a lot of people have been talking about it.
No, not an issue.
Yeah. Another thing that you did was quite unconventional. On the grand final day, you told the group on grand final morning that you made a baby.
No,
that'd be too much information, isn't it?
We had a baby. Yeah.
Oh, you had a baby.
Yeah,
okay,
yeah.
Straughanie misunderstood because I thought that was maybe too much information.
Yeah.
But today's the best day of my life because Gab and I had a little baby boy.
Get away.
Well, way back in the day, when I was playing at a former club, Lee Matthews said, Daniel Bradshaw was a player for us, and his wife went into labour on a qualifying final, first week of the finals, and he missed a game. And so Lee went into the process of next pre-season getting the doctor in to explain how it all worked and how long it took, and then started to sort of describe when would be an appropriate time to make a baby based on the finals. It was an
I'm
eye-opener.
here in that class actually. Straughanie should sign up for that.
Yeah. Well, maybe that Lee lost the group for a bit there, but
The risk you run is not just by not playing Strawny, is not just what's going to happen over the next few weeks, but longer term. So when Strawny finds the love of his life and gets the advice from Lee Matthews when to make love, Strawny will have kids.
Yeah.
A boy or a girl.
yeah,
You got AFL, AFLW program, father, son, father, daughter.
Yeah.
And I plan once I get going, I'll keep going. So there'll be a whole litter of Strawnies, little Strawnies.
Well, look.
And they're going to trace it back to Malthouse, Buckley, and potentially McRae for not picking Strawny.
No, I haven't gone to that far of thinking around just selection, but I do love the father, son, father, daughter rule. I've got 3 girls, and that one game to play AFLW, I think that's exciting. And maybe you could have a little litter of AFLW players in the future. Yeah. Exciting.
Strawniettes.
Yeah.
Should there be a grandson? Because Ed Richards would now be playing for Collingwood, wouldn't he?
Well, he's a good player, isn't he?
He's a very good player.
He's had a great year.
But just saying,
Yeah, no.
Let's expand it.
How far do you go?
Everyone's trying to shorten it. I'm Strawny's the other way.
Great grandfathers.
Yeah.
How far do you want to go?
Yeah. You're famous for bringing players back into the club, aren't you?
I love this club. I've never had the.
Even though you've inflicted quite a lot of pain on it.
Well, I'd like to think we're creating a different version of that.
Yeah, true.
But there's a level of when I first got here, the history, the 1892, all that. I just really wanted to step in and embrace that, and I wanted to bring the fans along for the ride, and I want to honour our past, and those things are still true. One of the first things we did was get Mick Malthouse back, and get all these players that hadn't been back for ages. Daisy Thomas, Heath Shaw. We just kept bringing them back in, and just wanted to create a place where it was like we celebrate that. Again, I never put on the jumper, but I wanted the people that wore the jumper to influence others along the journey, and build a culture of be so proud of what we've got. Not every club has this, and I was at a few different clubs on my journey to get here, and not many have what we have, and I think that's a competitive advantage with our Magpie Army and our history. Why wouldn't you use that? We won't stand still on that.
Yeah. There's guys like Rupert Wills hasn't been back yet, Jason Wilde, David Fanning. So there's a lot to get through.
Oh well, this is true, and ideally we've got time, and they're all welcome. If you're watching at home, Jason Wilde, you're watching. You're more than welcome to come here. I don't know if he's married, got kids, father daughters, father sons.
Yeah, bring him in. Let's get him going.
Yeah.
let's talk about your puffer jacket. You wear, what's going on with it? Because you wear it like it's a Batman suit that's being made specifically for you. Are there strings and contraptions that are going on in there? Because Strawny's tried to wear it like you. I've gone to the gift shop here at the AIA, whatever it's called.
They're sold out.
Yeah.
Can't buy one.
You can't. Well, I tried one on. I couldn't.
No.
I couldn't. Like they're like bells.
Yeah.
It's like one of those vac things that you get the vacuum and it sucks it all out. What's?
Yeah. I must admit, I really struggle with the cold. I am a shocker for the cold, and so the puffers, it's elite. And when I first started again, it was halfway through the year, just about to start winter, and one of our media team was wearing this puffer. I'm going, oh, I'm getting one of them. And they said to us it wasn't in the soft cap. I said, oh, bugger that. I went and bought my own, and then I started wearing it, and then everyone wanted one. And yeah, my mates in Adelaide love the puffer. They love the puffer.
But you wear it particularly well.
Do I? Okay. Well, thank you.
You must know that.
Well, I
You must walk by the mirror and get a little reflection, a little fly reflection. Yeah, okay.
Well, the first year one was a bit
I won't
different.
put any more teen on that. That's a good fly right there.
The first one fit well. The second year was a bit puffier.
Okay.
It had too much puff.
Yeah.
And then
How many people got fired over that?
yeah, there was a bit of backlash and feedback. Yeah, my mates come over for Adelaide and catch up with me, and they just want to put the puffer on, and they walk around my house with the puffer on. So yeah, a bit of fun.
Yeah. So wrapping up now, but can the Pies win it?
Yes. Have you lost the faith?
No, Strawny hasn't.
Okay.
I mean, I'll be watching selection closely, obviously, for
Yeah.
you know,
Comes out Thursdays.
come to Thursdays. Okay, I'll make Thursdays for September. It's a little. You found a loophole.
Yeah, but the squad comes out Thursday nights.
Okay, so how many training sessions do I need to get? Is there a group? Is there a WhatsApp group that these sessions get put out? Because I don't seem to get told.
No, we'll get you making sure there's a consistency in what you're doing.
Okay.
No, of course we can win it. I think that there's a level of internal belief that you get through a whole year of feedback to qualify like a Grand Prix. We get ourselves in a position where at the end of the day, as Lee used to say, once you qualify top four, then you got 3 wins and you're the premiers. If you're outside that, then there's maybe more. But 1 win, you're in a prelim, 2 you're in a grand final, 3 you're the premiers, and that's how close we are.
Yeah.
So when you get to that stage, of course you can win it. You just got to do what's required to beat the opposition on that day. So need a bit of luck too, maybe a little bit less throwing, and
well, the umpires with down at Specsavers, maybe.
yeah. But keep the faith, mate. We've got great confidence what we're doing here.
Because Strawny's made a lot of sense. I mean, Strawny's not playing the Legends game. They came to me and I said I can't play because I'm on an AFL list.
That's true.
So,
That's true.
I know Legends is a higher level than AFL, but I've come back to AFL.
Yeah, you have.
So just let me know.
Okay. All right.
Let me know. Fly. It's always a pleasure.
Good to see you, mate.
And let's make it strong timber.
See you Thursday, mate.
Okay. I'll be there Thursday.
Okay, mate.
Definitely. Do I bring my boots?